Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. At the moment I'm recording this, the market is in red, and I frankly just don't care. It doesn't matter, it doesn't mean a thing. This is short-term price action, but I'm willing to bet that somebody out there listening to this is feeling those scary emotions. But that's okay. That doesn't mean you're weak, it doesn't mean you're bad. We've all been there before. Don't beat yourself up over it, but it's worth arming yourself with a little bit of knowledge. Because frankly, this is a level that at least all the analysts that I've been following for some time have been saying, hey, there's some resistance here. Don't be surprised if things go down, things go up a little bit. We're kind of ranging. Fine, yeah, at the moment we're down, but we're still kind of somewhat range bound in this zone of resistance right here. But it's ultimately not going to matter, all right? And so I'm going to share with you opinions from a couple chart analysts. And I got a story about MicroStrategy. Wow, they're more than quadrupling down on Bitcoin, and I don't mind seeing it, to be honest with you here. But the favorite thing that I've been looking forward to talking about in this particular Moon Lambeau Hot Jam is the fact that there's a very popular chart analyst who hates XRP, and he says it's going to hit upwards of $4.30 sooner than later, let's say. But before I go any further, I do want to be clear that I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos all up on the internet because it's a very fun hobby. But that's all that's going on here, damn it. And if you don't like it, well, you can just get out. Now, just for a frame of reference, it is currently... what the hell day is it now? Is it Wednesday? All these days blurred. All I know for sure is it's a day that ends with the letter Y. So what is it? It is Wednesday, August 25th. It is 3:53 a.m. Central Standard Time because I record videos at weird times. Whenever the hell I want, damn it. And so apparently right now is when I want to record. And the market's down. Whatever. XRP's at $1.13. Bitcoin's at $47,539. Market cap's still over $2 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance at 43.4%. And so if you look at XRP, within the last 24 hours, we've seen it as high as $1.25, and we're currently at the 24-hour low, $1.13. And again, I must insist, it doesn't matter. Like, people feel the emotions, whatever has happened in the short term, it feels like it's just going to do that forever. And oh my gosh, I put some money into something and now it's worth less than when I paid for it initially. And what am I going to do? Well, you got to understand, when you invest in like anything in the stock market or crypto, there's almost a 100% certainty that at some point in the future, it's going to be worth less than when you initially bought it. And here's why. There's almost a 0% chance that you just bought the bottom of the market cycle. There's like almost a 0% chance. And so if you're looking especially over the short term, like the fact that you bought something and it's at some point worth less than what you paid for it should not be surprising. Like, this is just fact. Look, my gosh, you've got over 100 years worth of stock market data. You've got about 12 years worth of crypto data, and just pick a point and see what happened. Like, pretend that, pick any point over the last 12 years. Say, just do a little make-believe. I'm pretending that I'm buying Bitcoin or XRP right here. And see if at any point over whatever period of time, pick a week, a month, 3 months, a year, whatever, I don't care. Pick a short-term time frame, and then see if that arbitrarily chosen point in time is the lowest that price has ever been for that stock or that crypto. And the answer, invariably, is going to be, no, it went lower. Yeah, but are we in a market that trends up? Well, we are with the stock market. We have been for crypto, despite massive pullbacks. We have been in crypto also for like 12 freaking years. So what the hell does it matter? So if you just arm yourself with that knowledge and you're aware of this, maybe it'll help to take some of the emotion out of it. Now, this is not me telling you to buy or sell or hold anything. There are cryptos that exist today that will go to zero, probably... well, I shouldn't say probably. I don't know when it's going to happen. The soonest it might happen is when this bubble pops. Because you got to let it fully inflate first. But yeah, when that bubble pops, that's the soonest we might see it. I don't know for sure. People were calling for that last market cycle. Didn't happen, obviously. So that's a maybe. I'm not convinced it's going to, because there's not sufficient adoption. I don't know if we're going to see that anytime soon, but it's maybe. So, but look, all that to say, I'm just to let you know, because I know when the market's down, there's people out there. I'm just trying to help. I'm just saying, remove the emotion. Whether you choose to buy or sell or hold anything, that's fine. Do whatever you want. Make your own adult decision. I'm just saying, use logic, use data. That's it. Not emotions. Emotions are not something you should consider when deciding to make important financial decisions. That's the worst thing to do, whether you're buying or selling anything. You know, like when you're buying a car, do you think it's good to like buy a car based on emotion? People do that, but is it a good idea? Probably not. We are seeing the crypto fear and greed index right now at 73 out of 100. So it's down from yesterday. It was at 79, indicating extreme greed. Now it's down a little bit, so we're just in straight up greed, not extreme greed. But still, just consider that last month, as you can see here, we were in fear at 26, and I actually saw it not much. Gosh, I don't know, when was it? Was it 5 or 6 weeks? I can't remember exactly when, but not long ago, we were in extreme fear at 10 out of 100. And I was just sitting here being chill moon Lambo like I always am, regardless, because none of this freaking matters. It's just short-term price action. I was like, guys, how many times did I say, like, we're in extreme fear now. The way markets work is they go from extreme fear to extreme greed, and at some point back again. So whenever you're in extreme greed, if you believe it's going to stay there forever, you're basically voting that everything's going to zero and nothing's ever coming back. The asset class is done. Do you actually think that makes logical sense, though? Or might it be the case that retail speculators at large are just kind of feeling things? I think it's the latter. Just saying. Now take a look at this, because the analyst that I was talking about that says XRP is going to upwards of $4.30, it is none other than Michael Van de Poppe. And I'm going to cover that. He was written about in an article from the Daily Hodl. And I'm actually a fan of Michael Van de Poppe, so this is not me being venomous or anything like that. He comes across to me as a nice dude. He really does, seriously. And I think he's good at what he does. I also am aware that he does not like Ripple, and he does not like XRP. And you know me, though. Like, I always say, like, if somebody doesn't like XRP, they're not just suddenly my enemy, because that's freaking stupid. STOOPID, stupid. What, you don't like the same crypto as me? You're a bad person. I have no respect for you. No, that's how the Bitcoin maxi trolls act, right? I don't do that. That is not how I roll. I don't need people to agree with everything that I think in life for me to respect and like them. And so he doesn't like XRP. I don't know all the reasons. I disagree, and he disagreed with me, and so what? Whatever. You know, so I'm just saying. But he, as a result, though, and I have mentioned this before, despite the fact that I think he legitimately is good at what he does, and he has earned his following, by the way. He's got, 378,000 followers on Twitter. Well-deserved, for real. But his bias does seep into his analysis when it comes to XRP. Now, that is undeniably true, and I'm going to illustrate that here. And this is not me being venomous. I think that it's okay to poke a little fun, because here's the deal. When you have hundreds of thousands of followers, and you say the things that I'm about to share with you in this latest Moon Lambo Hot Jam, you deserve to have that be highlighted, right? Not in a venomous way, but just be like, here's the record. I think that's fair. And you know, just like, for example, let's say that I'm wrong, and we're actually in a bear market right now. Like, some people have insisted that we are. If we're actually in a bear market and we don't see this final leg up, then somebody go ahead and take clips from all of my Moon Lambo Hot Jams where I'm saying, of course, we're not in a bear market, we're in a bull market, there's going to be a final leg up, smash them together, and you can tease me about it. As long as you're not a complete jerk about it, that's fine. Then I just wouldn't like you. I mean, you can still do it, I just wouldn't like you then. You see what I'm saying, though? It's fine. I'm just saying, like, when you've got hundreds of thousands of followers, if you say some of this stuff, like, I think it's okay to be like, let's check the track record. Can we do that? Because, and by the way, he really is way more right than he's wrong. I'm just saying his bias seeps in when it comes to XRP stuff. And so here's a tweet from December 31st, 2020. So this is just, just a little over a week after the SEC versus Ripple news. And so a lot of these people that didn't like XRP, they were feeling a little bit too optimistic about the demise of XRP, frankly. They really were. Like, all sorts of, like, Rand Neuner was, if you're familiar with him, and there are some others. And so here's the tweet from Michael Van de Poppe, December 31st, 2020. The year 2021 will be the year where Ripple will still not break the $1 price level. And of course he meant XRP, but he conflates the two at times. I believe he knew better back then. He's been doing it less lately, I've noticed that. He's just been saying XRP, but he was conflating the two back then, and I would suspect it's intentional at this point. He's a smart guy. Like, he knows what he's doing. So I don't know if it's just to kind of like have a little fun with the XRP holders and kind of rib them a little bit. I guess. I don't know for sure. Maybe he didn't know, but I doubt that's the case. So there you go. At the end of last year, he said 2021 XRP not breaking $1. How'd that pan out? Well, we already know that in April, XRP ran up to about $2, so that didn't really last. Here you go, Michael Vanderpoppe on January 15th, 2021. He wrote peak high predictions for this bull cycle. Bitcoin. This is the highest range that he thinks Bitcoin would go this bull cycle. $275,000 to $350,000. And then he talked about, he meant XRP. He wrote Ripple here also. What do you think he said for XRP, though? 50 to 60 cents this market cycle. That's what he was predicting January 15th, 2021. And so that did not age well. It has aged like a fine milk, right? It has aged like a fine milk. And so I teased him a little bit. It was in good fun. And he even had a couple direct messages back and forth about it. And he's a good sport. But he says he was just joking. But I got to give him a little bit of a hard time. Like, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. But where's the joke part? Because he straight up just put this in with a bunch of other serious stuff. Like, where's the joke part? I don't see the punchline. I really don't see it. I think he was serious. I really think he was serious. I don't know. He could be. He says he's not. He said he was just joking. I don't know. But either way, at this point, it's interesting to see how far he's come and what he decides to put out into the public. Because now he thinks that XRP is probably going to go much, much, much higher than what he was saying back then. And so here's the headline from the Daily Hodl. XRP, Litecoin, and 2 other altcoins ready to wake up and launch new rallies, according to top crypto strategist. Prominent crypto strategist and trader Michael Vanderpoppe is keeping a close watch on XRP, Litecoin, and 2 other altcoins that he says are close to waking up. In a new strategy session, the analyst tells his 116,000 YouTube subscribers that XRP is poised to rally and print a new all-time high. And so pause. Again, consider this is coming from somebody who, right or wrong, and I think that his stance is incorrect, but it's fine. Everybody can have their own opinions. This is somebody who doesn't like XRP, acknowledging that XRP is poised to smash through its all-time high potentially. Right, based on what the charts say right now. And so think about this. Despite the scary pullback we're seeing right now with the market being down, and I know some of you are going to be like, my gosh, how can you post? I don't know what the headline's going to be or video title for this video, but it's probably going to be something that sounds positive. I'll probably put the his price point here, $4.30 in the title somewhere. And so like the price is going down, and then there's something positive. How can you put something positive when the price is going down? The answer is because it doesn't freaking matter. Damn it, that's the answer. Just to be clear. But here's a quote from chart analyst Michael Vanderpoppe. When you look at the USDT values of XRP, you can actually derive Fibonacci extension to make the next target zone. So when we do that by Fibonacci retracement, and we do it like this, we get $2.85 and $4.30 as the next target zones for XRP in the next impulse wave. If we do it from the previous cycle, we can also say that we've hit the 2.618 Fibonacci zone. So most likely, in the next run-up, XRP will go to $4.30. Well, how about that? Now, and then the article states, according to Vanderpoppe, XRP is mirroring its price action from December 2020 to April of this year, when the 6 largest crypto assets surged over 1,052% from 17 cents to $1.96. Well, I tell you what, I don't mind seeing that. And look, I've been saying this for the longest damn time, and this is another thing, you can tease me if I'm wrong too. And even at that, I'm not like actually making a firm prediction. But look, I've been saying XRP is clearly moving in tandem with the rest of the market. Fine. So bad news happened, scary news, and with the SEC going after Ripple, that actually was legitimately scary though. But fine. So XRP went down. Then you get the halting of trading of XRP on all sorts of exchanges, mostly in the United States, but the world over, mostly in the United States. Okay, so this is like the worst thing that possibly could have happened in XRP, right? And it still lived. It bounced up way, way, way higher. Because, well, there are a number of reasons for it. Again, like I said, the market moves in tandem, but the vast majority of XRP trading happens outside of the United States, and there are people the world over that legitimately use this, including moving money around exchanges because it's faster than utilizing Bitcoin or Ethereum or any other large cap coin, and it's on so many damn exchanges, and it's so liquid relative to other cryptocurrencies that it just makes sense. So I don't see it going away. Even if XRP could no longer be used as a bridge currency, which I don't think is in the cards, even if that were the case and Ripple couldn't touch it, it's still useful even just there. And there are other entities that are building on top of the XRP ledger as well. So like I just, this idea that it's just going away, I don't buy that. I really don't buy that. It's been around for a long time. It's heavily adopted insofar as crypto is adopted notably to any degree, and that matters. Like I could not be more bullish on this. And so anyway, I'm just saying it's good to see Michael Poppe. He's seeing the light. He's turned. Now I'm sure he still doesn't like XRP, but it's good to see that he's putting out maybe something with price expectation with XRP with maybe a little less bias seeping in than was the case 8 or 9 months ago. So happy day. And now there's this Michael Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy. Look at this. MicroStrategy splashes $177 million on Bitcoin, now holds almost 109,000 Bitcoin. MicroStrategy has once again purchased more Bitcoin, with the company adding 3,907 Bitcoin to its holdings. According to a Form 8K filing with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission published on Tuesday, the business intelligence upped its Bitcoin holdings by 3,907 Bitcoin between July 1st and Monday, August 23rd. The SEC filing also revealed that MicroStrategy spent an average of $45,294 to acquire the additional Bitcoin. So with its latest purchase, Michael Saylor's firm now holds 108,992 Bitcoin, which cost the company about $2.918 billion to acquire at an average price of approximately $26,769 per coin. Now that's something. Now that is a bold move. Whatever you think about Michael Saylor, and I mostly am a fan. He said some stuff where I don't agree. I don't have to agree with, like I said, I don't have to agree with everybody to like or respect him. Some of the stuff he talks about, like money is energy and this and that, I'm just like, okay, you're getting a little bit too floofy for me. I don't know what's going on with that. It doesn't make any damn sense to me. But a ton of the stuff he says, I'm like, yeah, dude, you're hitting the nail on the freaking head. So overall, I like the guy for sure. But either way, whatever you think of this guy, and he is a Bitcoin maximalist for sure. Which I think is just not it's not the right way to look at it. There's going to be multiple winners in this space, but regardless, the fact that he's a Bitcoin maxi, let's set that aside. He's making bold moves with his company. That's for damn sure. Like seriously bold moves here. And I think that his team is on board and they get it. Volatility, they bought it. They understand that even with the average price $26,000 in Bitcoin, like what they're holding now, it could be worth less than that in the future. That's certainly possible. It's in the cards. And so you might think, okay, how high is Bitcoin going to go this market cycle? Well, if for instance, like let's say someone like the blockchain backers, right, and maybe Bitcoin tops out this market cycle on the higher end of what he's expecting, like $85,000. Well, if it has an 80% pullback, which would be pretty normal, for after a bubble pops, it could be worth less than that. It could be. But even if that happens, I think that they'll just ride the storm because they get it. They're not going to react the same as your typical emotional retail speculator. They're just going to be like, okay, yeah, it's down, whatever, just let it ride. They're not going to care. That'd be my expectation anyway. But of course, if it goes much higher, there's a chance that we'll never see Bitcoin at that lower price ever again. It just kind of depends. Like if you really do, like what if Credible Crypto's right, and you see like 120 or I can't remember what his expectation is, $120,000, $150,000 Bitcoin, whatever it is. Okay, well you pull back 80% from there. It just depends on how high it goes. And so like they have real skin in the game. And what they're holding now, since they refuse to sell, we'll see if that remains the case. But if it really does, they could seriously be down at some point in the future, and I don't think they're going to care. And so let that be a lesson, though. Like assuming that is the case, and we'll see how they behave. But if that's the case, I'd say just like let that be a lesson. If you're down in your investment, is that a time where it makes sense to sell? I mean, if you really believe it's going to zero and it's never going to be worth more in the future, but if it's just too painful and you want to make sure you get something out, like that's the typical mistake that retail speculators make again and again and again and again, and it's why they don't make money. And so you got to make your own call, though. I mean, there are instances where something's going down and then it really doesn't ever recover. I'm just saying in general in crypto, at least to this point, the market does move in tandem, and we've been trending upward for 12 years. So take it for what it's worth. So hopefully you guys are feeling okay about there. If you're one of the people that's feeling stressed, I'd just say, chill, bro. It's going to be okay. It really is. Like it's not the end of the world. Now, if you're over leveraged, go ahead and take inventory of what you've done. Because it's not good. Look, it's not good to be in a position where you've invested so much you can't freaking sleep at night. Now, that might be a sign that, okay, maybe there's too much going on here, in which case maybe that does mean time to just, you got to decide that for yourself. I can't advise on that, but just think about these things. That's all I'm saying. But I'm optimistic. I think that XRP is going to be worth way more in the future, and given that we're towards the tail end of this market cycle, I suspect we might not have to wait that much longer, whether it's 3 or 6 or 9 or 12 months, who knows. But it's going to be coming, and I'm going to be here gleefully reporting about it as it all unfolds. But I'll wrap up here. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.